Okay, everyone, we have some news from Elon Musk and Twitter. This has nothing to do with the Twitter acquisition. This has nothing to do with the deal closing, even though it looks like it's going to close on Friday. He's informed people that it's going to close. This has everything to do with if you own Google stock and what Elon Musk might end up having under his sleeve. So let's look at this real quickly. Stephen Mark Ryan, popular YouTuber solving the money problem, he tweets, "It is insane that Twitter has not currently implemented a YouTube clone. Half of my tweets are links to YouTube videos. Twitter does not capture any value here. If users could watch monetized videos on Twitter, Twitter would capture ad revenue and massively increase money." Okay? Now, before we break down what Elon Musk says to this, let's just analyze this really quickly, and then we'll go even a little bit deeper. Most people on Twitter, I'm on Twitter as well, follow me at Amit is investing if you are interested in keeping up with my day-to-day. I tweet out a bunch of links. And a lot of people that are on YouTube tweet out their links. And so we've always seen Twitter as this gateway to drive traffic to YouTube. And what Stephen Mark Ryan is saying is, what if Twitter captured that value? What if YouTube didn't get the value of our links, which means people get off Twitter and they spend less time on Twitter because you're tweeting all these things to get them off of Twitter? But rather, what if you captured that value on Twitter? What if Twitter just implemented a YouTube clone? What if there was a section right here on the side that said videos? You click on it, and then boom, there's a ton of videos, thumbnails and titles. You click on them and you watch them right on Twitter, right? Why wouldn't you is the question. How could Twitter increase their ad revenue, increase their operating ability to get more users? Like, Twitter could do a lot of different things. Elon Musk responds with an emoji that's smiling. Look, it makes a lot of sense here. I think Meet Kevin also responded. I don't know if his tweet is here, but he said, "Oh, I would love a platform that would allow me to monetize right on Twitter, another long stream video platform." And the reason why I wanted to analyze this right now is because it seems pretty obvious to me. A lot of the value captured on YouTube is primarily rooted in the discovery mechanisms of YouTube's ability to get creators discovered. It's why I post on YouTube. It's why a lot of people post on YouTube. We see it as this gateway to get access to an audience and for that audience to care about our brands, our services, our products, all of those different things. Well, if Twitter is able to capture even some of that value, why can't Twitter be that gateway that allows people to watch content? And video content is the highest monetizable content over random ads scrolling through your Twitter text, scrolling through tweets, because it's not that interesting. I mean, people don't click on Twitter ads at the end of the day. It's very like if HBO Max wants you to get you to sign up, they'll probably show you 1,000 HBO Max impressions of their ad, but I've never clicked on it from there and signed up. I've seen it before, right? And maybe it's more in the back of my head, but that's not the same as YouTube. YouTube is direct performance advertising. YouTube is a bit more, specific. When you see a video of someone, it's a little bit more convincing than if you just randomly scroll past a little picture of them. So YouTube's advertising model is pretty amazing. They did $7 billion last quarter, and they've created a discovery engine for video at scale. Twitter, at the end of the day, is a discovery engine for words, for threads, for articles, for your thoughts, for your ideas, and it is so hard to go viral on Twitter, especially if you're just starting out. Because how are you going to go viral? Like, no one's following you. So like, it's so much upfront work. I would say it's even harder than YouTube, to be honest, because at least a video, if someone watches it, you've captured their attention in a meaningful way. A tweet, it flows and goes away in less than 0.5 seconds. Like, it's gone. So I think Twitter, on an offhand remark, needs to actually be able to increase the virality capability of people who don't have big followings, which will help them grow the platform because then more creators will come to the platform. But also, if you could create videos on Twitter, could that help people then consume your tweets? Could this be a symbiotic relationship that's very synchronous between your videos and your text updates, all in one platform, allowing a conscious stream of thoughts, which is what Twitter has branded itself as, in a way that people watch videos? Now, would people be scrolling less through tweets if they're staring at a video? Yes, obviously. But what if the video is playing in the corner and you're just scrolling through tweets? Like, what if, I mean, there's so many different opportunities here. The fact that Twitter hasn't innovated on this. By the way, Twitter bought Vine back in 2015, and then they dumped it. They ended it. It should have been the next TikTok. They literally had the TikTok in their hands, but they just weren't optimized to be able to create it, which also indicates why, if you're a company that is good at one thing, it's really hard to get good at another thing. Like, it's really hard to get good at multiple things. Like Google Plus, that failed because Google is not a social network, it's a search engine, right? So it would be difficult for Twitter to do this. But if and only if they focused on discovery, if random people could go viral, in a meaningful way because of Twitter video, which could lead to more network effects of people consuming your tweets, which leads to the broadening of the network. Elon Musk says he wants to make Twitter the everything app. He says he wants to get Twitter to 1 billion users. I think it's really hard to get 1 billion people to type little text updates every day. But you could get 1 billion people to watch video. That could happen. That's already proven. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it's happening. If Twitter implemented that, and Twitter already has this like little suggested video carousel that I've been seeing on my feed that's like, it's not that exciting to click on, but if they actually went in on video and made it a product in the app, and they got some real content creators to start driving traffic and get people to start uploading organic video, user-generated content on that app can be very, very big. Twitter is a very, very powerful network. I mean, I raised $300,000 off of Twitter for my startup. That's linked in the description. You should check it out. Leave me some comments and thoughts on my startup. I would appreciate that. I'm trying to build my own network and have it be very big one day. And, you know, I was raising checks from people on Twitter that were interested. I mean, I remember I'm raising 10,000 here, 5,000 here, just random people DMing me because they saw my tweets and they were like, hey, I'm interested. I want to know what you're doing. So Twitter is a huge connectivity tool. Twitter is a gateway to allow people to see and discover more content. And if Twitter does video, the reason it's concerning for Google is because it's not like YouTube's going away or anything. It's just that if TikTok's fighting on YouTube for attention, Reels are fighting on YouTube for attention, if Twitter comes into the play and takes a little bit more attention from YouTube because it just keeps people on Twitter, I don't think that happens at massive scale. I just think a little bit. It's a little, you know, you never know. You don't bet against Elon. If Elon makes a real YouTube competitor that's better with the bots and all that stuff, because the comments and the bots on YouTube are just absolutely insane, there's a chance that there's some massive competition for YouTube, and that would potentially affect Google stock a little bit, given YouTube is 10% of their ad revenue. I don't think it's a crazy effect that it would hurt Google or YouTube long term, but I do think it would be something to think about for holding the stock and something that Twitter could put up a decent run on. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Is this thing insane? Can Twitter and YouTube actually become a real thing? Or can Twitter actually compete with YouTube? And do you think Elon really has plans to turn Twitter into a big video product? Thanks so much for listening and watching. I'll see you in the next one.